Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ISAC. I'm your host, I. So for those of you not aware, I actually beat the last boss off camera. I had an idea, and I felt like trying it right there while I was sitting there. So I did, and it worked. I'm going to make an attempt at it. I do not promise to do this on camera.
This will be our third.
I'll even show you I'm not going to change my loadout. There's no reason to. And I'll show you the strat I was using.
Main system, activating combat mode.
Here we go, tourist. I'll lead the way, just as promised. But after this, you owe me one.
So the only major changes in my loadout, I changed my legs to be able to hold what I'm currently holding without actually having too much problems with vertical lift.
To the top of the grid, the outer shell. Sadly,
We've got the pile driver.
Territory. I mean, once you're out there,
And a songbird.
PCA
So
satellites.
shotgun and songbird are the two major
Few of the
changes.
stupider dozers
That and
took
the
it as a challenge.
leggings.
Went out to prove themselves. You can guess what happened.
I prefer melee, like a lot. Most of my strategy has boiled down to setting up for melee and then doing
We've
melee.
arrived at the top. Sending you new marker data. It's as Kara said. At this altitude, we're within firing range of the PCA satellites.
Intruder detected in Forbidden Sector. Terminating target.
That must be the PCA security system.
Well, nowhere to hide now.
Brute force it is then.
Don't get fried.
That's an extremely powerful laser. Be careful, Raven.
Never thought I'd see an AC dancing through the PCA's lasers like that. Nice moves, tourist.
Intruder has escaped satellite range. Raising threat level.
We're not far from the cargo.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of enemies have the
Detected near closed facility.
ability to back up.
While you're here, tourist. Never did care for the upstairs neighbors.
AP at 50%.
They do it a lot, right? Like they back up really quickly.
1 repair kit remaining.
Yeah, I saw the direct.
Let's get the cargo launcher ready.
There. Access the container.
Now,
So the new strategy is a little bit different than the old one.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
great. You found a sea weapon. That, tourist, is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
The coral smoke from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this.
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
1 repair kit remaining. AP at 50%.
That's that then. Guess you just can't beat the Institute.
I'll give this 3 tries, I think. But you get the idea of how I did this. The goal is to actually open with melee. Melee does a huge amount of stagger. I pulled out the shotgun because I figured the shotgun would be helpful when I'm right up there already
Now,
in
if you
melee.
could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. You found a sea weapon. That, tourist, is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
The coral smoke from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven. It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. The fires of Itis may have taken the Institute. The dirty work survived. It's taking off.
Another coral response. Watch out.
No.
Ooh, lag.
Can't wait to get back to the workshop.
It's taken major damage. You can do this, Raven.
Smash it up, tourist.
APAP at 30%.
Push back, tourist.
You can hit just as hard. Stay focused.
Come on, game.
Enemy systems down. The generator's going to explode.
Hope I was only gonna give it 3 tries. That's how I did it.
They were using coral for fuel.
That was quite the show, tourist. How about we get back on track? Hop in the container. I'll operate the launcher from here. Brace yourself.
Yeah, I unlocked online PvP. Woohoo!
By the way, tourist. You're Walter's hound, right? Well, I guess a dog can't choose its master. But still, tough luck. I feel sorry for you. I really do. Oh, and one more thing. You know the cargo launcher's strictly for cargo, right? No one's ever used it to launch themselves before. At least not in one piece. Hope your luck changes.
Raven? You see it too, don't you? The voices of the coral. Currents coursing across Rubicon. Walter was correct in his judgment. The coral. It's here, in this desolate place.
Now we've gotten to someplace even more horrible. What is Coral? To my knowledge, we haven't been told what Coral is yet. A new assault rifle. A new SMG. A new shotgun. I just used it. Okay, whatever. Another shot. Look. Oh my god, look at that shotgun. New bazooka. New stun bomb launcher. Sorry, what was the question, Von Falkenstein? New pulse gun. Oh, what do I think Coral is? I don't even answer that. I have no idea. I mean, my biggest guess is it's the live stream. Those are new. Yeah, the wheelchair. The spring chicken. That is a 317 jump distance, 70 jump height. Jesus. Ooh, the mule. Worse in every way than everything I have, but much cheaper. That's a lot of things to play with, and I have no idea what to even think about, so let's just back out of here. Let's see what our next mission... Oh, no, now we're doing Arena, right? E rank.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 22. Entering rank D. Subject AC, Li Long. Call sign, Gun 3, Wu Hua Hai. Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
I need to switch to a weapon that isn't crap. I just realized. Let's do that really quick. we go. Hmm. I don't have a zoom. But I do have a pile driver, which is not what I want
Main
here.
system activating combat mode.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
I have enough now. Yep. So I said I'd talk about the Nintendo Direct. Obviously, there's nothing really worth talking about. Metroid Prime 4 still exists. They've got the share title thing, which is awesome. But the real news is right at the end. They're rolling out their own news program.
Number 21. Rank D. Subject AC. Candle ring. Call sign. Ring Freddy. Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating
So,
combat mode.
I saw two separate people in my Discord chat both comment the same thing. Why bother with this? I already get my news from other sources. That actually caught my attention because that is exactly the point. In other words, I want you to put yourself in the hands or feet, of someone whose job it is to release information for your
50%.
particular platform.
AP at 30%.
So, would you rather have to keep having to deal with things like Twitter, especially the Twitter of the last few years, or YouTube, which has also been steadily getting worse, although not quite as rapid fire, or be able to bypass all that crap and just release your own news directly? Yeah, no filter, no nothing, just here's the news. Exactly, Dubidian. And I don't blame them. Like, yeah. I would also be seeking to unhinge myself from Twitter right now. Because having one centralized source of news was great, and then Elon Musk stole it. The Replicant, Sea of Stars, Patch Trail, and a bow. Thank you, Equalitas, always. Twitter's only reliable for watching Ubisoft put down Musk. Hello, Bella. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait just a moment. Look at that. Oh, he's on the wheelchair.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Man, he moves so fast. That is crazy fast. That is absolutely ridiculous. Thank you, Bella. Always appreciate. If you give me a second, I will put that down. Swords.
Main system activating combat mode.
Memories. Parts 2. And 7. Doesn't matter, Trahexia. The only thing that changes is casting animation.
Activating combat mode.
So you can play the mage, or you can play any of the wrong choices.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Oh, hey, I just noticed we have the cargo core available. Is this the one? God, what the hell was I going to buy? This is the other problem with the money thing. If I remember what thing I was going to use instead of just getting what thing I was going to use. I think it was this one. I feel like it was that one. Well, it's the kind of thing that I honestly feel like most people aren't going to be interested in, Ross. But for anybody who has family Switch or family Switches, it's going to be a really good thing. Let me tell you the biggest benefit of that by far. Let's imagine you live with someone else, probably a family member, maybe a significant other. And let's say for a moment that you buy a Switch 2. Congrats, you now have a Switch 2. But you still have your Switch lying around. Virtual carding a lot of your games one way or the other is going to be a great way to keep that Switch relevant. It's not quite equivalent, but imagine if you could play your NES games on your SNES. And you've kind of got the idea. And yeah, maybe you've got a friend you want to recommend a game to, or just share a game with, or whatever. No, let's be clear. It is a good feature. It is 100% a good feature. It's a little bit jank, a little bit weird, because it's Nintendo, and they don't know how to do anything that isn't jank and weird. but it is a good thing. A shotgun's not doing anything for me right now. You know what I really want to think about replacing? It's this thing. No, act. I am a human who probably doesn't have his limbs or legs, who technically has a brain, although they mention it's malfunctioning. Tons and tons of cyborgs all over the place. Cybernetic augments. This one's more expensive, and by virtue of that alone, we'll go with Zolok's recommendation. I agree, Zolok. Swap that out for plasma. And then swap this thing out just for the other plasma. So you don't actually get to do that, Zolok. You surrender your right to the third pick the moment you don't pick something. So who wants to pick Zolok's third thing? First person to say it in chat gets it. Could someone do me a favor and look up what the latest Kirby block is? The last one. And thank you for the sub, Zolok. No, you just did Dealer's Choice. And what I've been doing lately is kind of handing out Dealer's Choice to chat. Which is what I just did. No, you cannot lead a ferry. Some people have tried to. In fact, it was the first thing everyone tries. I just want to put it all on this. And I was like, no, it doesn't work that way. The whole point of the plural voting system is to vote for separate things, rather than just tripling down or doubling down. Well, we're under all our numbers. Let's try this layout. You can pick Dealer's Choice 3 times. For the record, I hold myself to that same limitation. I won't when we get to the voting thing, which will hopefully be soonish. I forgot to look up if there's any cheats. Let's look up if there's any cheats really quick. Don't worry, this really won't take long, because there's only one type of cheats I would accept here. Although I suppose I could edit the save file, but whatever. Okay, so what do we got? Let's see. Infinite OST chips. Infinite 8 health. Okay, that's just... Got it. No overloading. Force the enemy to overload. Infinite ammo, weapon mods, no reload. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what you're expecting. Go and grab it. Oh yeah, that's the final reason why Nintendo is using their own app, and why Rax is correct in that it's setting a bad precedent. I keep mentioning this because it keeps being relevant, but for those of you who don't know, for reasons that are best left to idiots, selling data has become one of the biggest... no, Sub-Zero. It's been slowly building up over time. That's how it works. People slowly donate towards things over time, and then they get funded. Yeah, it's extremely lucrative, and it really shouldn't be. There's no actual good reason for it to be as lucrative as it is.
System activating combat.
To be clear, when I say selling your data, I don't mean whatever it is you're thinking in your head right now. It is not about... It's very strange. Works. I don't mean like, oh my god, here's your credit card data and here's your like bank account data. No, I mean like who you are as a person, what kind of stuff you watch, what demographic you belong to, stuff like that, right? Anyways, it's all a lie, to put that as nicely as I possibly can, as it always is with the ad industry. crazy. So that's big data, and you can get lots of money doing that right now. That bubble will eventually burst, but at the moment, it's literally more lucrative to do that than to actually just sell products in several cases. It's why Sony insists you have a PlayStation account if you're going to play any of their games. To use an example. So, A, log in with your Nintendo account on our new app, and you get where we're going here. Yeah, it's the endpoint of capitalism. Who's the boss I'm fighting here? Because I'm just going to look this up. Like, clearly it wants me to have a build. Because nothing I'm doing is even touching this guy. He is way too mobile.
Main system. Activating combat mode.
Handle ring? There we go. Ring Freddy. What am I supposed to use?
50%. AP at 30%.
Yeah, exactly, Maverick. Selling data is big business for now, and will eventually burst. You know. Ah. Yep. If you're receiving a product for free, you are the product. It's very, very, very old. I was kind of hoping for like a build suggestion here. Like, I sort of figured people would have build suggestions online. It's the first time I've actually checked for anything, but all it's saying is, here's what they've got, and it's like, that's not helpful. Alright. Well, I don't even see anything von Falkenstein. No one's suggesting anything. Hello, Zach Taft. How goes recovery? Yeah, he's wielding 2 songbirds, which he can do because he's on the frickin' treads. Yeah, I saw the shield. He actually used it last time. I do happen to have a bubble gun. Right there. Let's swap this out. I can actually fit twin songbirds right now. Well, here, I'll show you what the bubblegum does. Oh man, you are the first person I've heard who likes that new Discord update.
Main system. Activating combat mode.
Oh, it's super good at pulling down pulse. That is to say shielding. It's also good at staggering. Oops. Oh, he also staggers the snot out of me with his songbirds.
AP at 50%.
I guarantee if I could hit him, I would have killed him already, but he is just way too mobile. And I don't have anything to deal with mobile. Am I right? The moment I hit him, and when I say hit him, I mean with melee, he died. The moment I hit him, that was the end of that fight. Oh, I'm not sure any of them could accept. Yeah, Fragile Speedster. Nope, you're dead. Boop. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll give you a Reap. If we count the Reaper ships, yeah, I'll give you that one. A Reaper ship could literally ram an ISD. Okay, next. How many more do we have for D? 3 more. I think I'll up my direct damage next on OST. Unless anybody has any suggestions, I'll take suggestions.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program. Number 20. Rank D.
Quad. Okay.
Subject AC. Reconfig. Call sign V5 Hawkins. Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
The designing themselves, there's some issues with the interface, I'm not going to lie to you, but the designs are pretty good, and the variety and options are great. Interesting.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
What? I'm actually confused by that. I didn't attack at all. That was strange. No, like, I went for the attack and there was a big laser sword, and it took me a moment to realize it was his, not mine.
Main system activating combat mode.
Since I was also closing to use my laser sword. Figure.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Yeah, that stun was at a very bad time. That probably lost me the fight. Now let's see if I can afford that. I mean, we're not even a third of the way through the game. I don't know if it's a little too early to judge that right now. Oh, it's 5. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. Let's try... I think that's the only one I have right now. I'm running out of money. Much as I hate to get rid of my beloved weapons.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program.
Main system activating combat mode. AP at 50%. AP at 30%. Main system activating combat mode. AP at 50%. AP at 30%. Main system activating combat mode.
Yeah, I do kind of wish the camera was a little bit further out. At least I turned off depth of field. Could you imagine? It's on by default. It was a toggle.
At 50%. AP at 30%.
Almost. Had to go for it though. It's too low in health. Yeah, no kidding, Blitwell.
Main system activating
This
combat
isn't the
mode.
PS2 era, despite what WoW would have you know.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
What? Oh, that's bull crap. I actually had that. That was supposed to be a win. See what happened? That is so bull crap. I was so close to him, I was shooting behind him. I honestly didn't know that was a thing that could happen.
Main system activating combat mode.
That's actually the first time I've encountered that. Oh. I thought it was one of the kiddos. It's just gonna go meet him in the staircase. They like to poke their heads down while I'm working.
I'm gonna put some risers on the stairs out there. That will help cover up all sins, and it's the safest way to go out.
Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah. Okay.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
See, this is just boring. At a certain point, it's like, all right, I'm just waiting for the right combination of circumstances. This is exactly what I don't like about most Dark Souls games, actually. And I know that puts me as the weirdo. But it's true. Like this is what I tend to not like about Dark Souls games. When you get to that cycle and you know what you're doing, you know how to do it, you just need to execute properly, and you just keep doing it over and over until you finally succeed. Hey Star Wars, we are currently done with Marios.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
How can you dodge while you're red? The second time you've BS'd me out of a win. Someone explain that to me. How do they dodge when they're red? I thought the whole point of them being red was they were stunned.
Main system activating combat mode.
And, you know, taking direct damage. AP at 30%. Main system activating combat mode.
Main system. Activating combat mode.
No, I would agree, DMBD. I mean, there's a reason most Dark Souls speedruns are only like an hour plus, right? And that's with all bosses. It's the Ninja Gaiden thing. Ninja Gaiden's a 15-minute game. You're not going to feel that your first time playing it.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
I was actually going to ask, Rex, because, like, I have to do these arenas every time. That's going to get old.
Main system. Activating combat mode. AP at 50%. AP at 30%. Main system. Activating combat mode.
I'll be right back.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%. Main system activating combat mode. AP at 50%. AP at 30%. Main system activating combat mode. AP at 50%. AP at 30%. Main system activating combat mode. AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Hello, Zara.
Main system activating combat mode. AP at 50%.
Good morning, Evo.
AP at 30%.
Part of the problem is I'm losing interest in trying, you know what I mean? Like, if anything goes wrong at all, it's like, well, okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw up the cheat flag. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna get past this. We're gonna move on with our lives. So I don't care. This is taking too long. Like, I have the strat. I have the tech. I have nearly killed him 5 separate times. It's just grinding it out. It's just grinding it out, which is why I'm just bored. Now that's interesting, though. I didn't see that. That was actually before I woke up. I woke up in the middle of the Metroid Prime thing.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program. Number 20. Rank D.
Main system. Activating combat mode. AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
There we go. Oh no, we can't access online mode. Oh no. I'll never be able to PvP people who hack, cheat, or bullcrap me to death in 5 seconds. I feel very sad about this. I've heard that argument, Doom Rider, during my very reviews, that my reviews don't count unless I cover a certain aspect of PvP.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program.
Shut
Number
up.
20.
Shut up,
Rank
up,
D.
up, up.
Main system activating combat mode.
Not appear to be working. Well, cheats are still not working, even though I disabled the online mode. Okay.
AP at 50%.
We actually deliberately don't review any PvP stuff, because by its very nature, PvP stuff is very dependent on players, which means the only way to reliably review it would be to gather a very large sample size, which would mean weeks of just doing PvP matches and nothing else over and over. Hi, Dreaming Fool, you have caught me at literally the worst possible time. Please immediately stop watching me until I get past this stupid boss. Why is this not working? I'm actually confused about this. Okay, let's try something else then. Well, part of the problem is Cheat Engine in general has gotten a lot worse lately. Like, certain levels of Cheat Engine are just straight up spamware or virus-riddled garbage. And, yeah, no. And yeah, I do still have a migraine. It's not as bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday was having trouble seeing through both eyes bad. So that means we can't cheat. So that means we have no cheats. Okay. Oh, alright. Nah. Time to stop whining. Put on some Mega Man music and mute myself. No, I crushed the spider boss. Twice, actually. Sure, Loner, what do you got? Where's this stupid thing? There it is. It's not actually too expensive. Nice. Now, I'm stuck on some random-ass arena fight, because that's just my life. Because, of course, the only thing I would get stuck on is this. I like it, Loner. I like it. No, I was just double checking if I could swap the legs and still keep my stuff. It looks like I can. No, I like the coverage idea. No, this is true. Anybody who's ever watched me play FromSoft games, you know, I will absolutely destroy bosses. And then I'll run into a wall in a place that nobody understands, including me. We just started Chapter 3
Arena
at
Combat
Kraken's.
Aptitude Evaluation
5.
Program.
Main system activating combat mode.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
No, that's no cheating. There's no cheats. The cheats didn't work. I gave up on cheating. There's no cheating. So no cheat flag, no nothing. I tried. No, I tried the trainer. I really did. It's not working. Oh, you mean the separate bespoke trainer? I haven't tried that. No, yeah, there's no cheating there. I didn't actually cheat. Hey, look, I can get the thing you asked me to get, terminal armor. Let's go grab that. Ugh. Now I'll work on direct hit modifier. Oh, right. We're in offline mode. Yeah, of course. Iguazu? How do you say that name? Iguazu? Iguazu? I don't even have Cheat Engine up. Like, I just double checked to make sure it's not up. Nothing's there.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program. Number 19. Rank D.
Also, the only cheat I tried was health.
Call sign Gun 5 Iguazu.
Iguazu, I was right.
Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
Oh, god damn it. Look in the lower right. How is that even physically possible?
AP at 50%.
No, it's not even the process is running. There's no cheat engine running. There's no process running. There's nothing running. Oh. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Okay, we're back. We're back. Jesus Christ. I honestly just thought that was the normal fire rate of shotguns, and that's why you wanted me to use them. Okay. What? No, no. That's actually irritating. That means I gotta go fight that guy again. You game. I knew it was possible the whole time. That's why this was so frustrating. I've come within a sliver of killing him 5 separate times. That's not the problem. God damn it. Yeah, offline mode. That's good. Yes, I know. Thank you. Okay, do we still have these stupid things on? Yeah, we do. Okay. You've got to be kidding me.